Hello, and welcome to another live review. Very long time. I recently posted and uploaded something, but it's been a while since we've done any of our live reviews on this. But this is me, 012 Boku,
and something asshole 76,
also known as Jherick, and we are coming at you with the review of. Wait, let me grab it here because I know it's been a while since I've shown you guys the movie case or the showcase. Full Metal, don't worry, it's still there. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, still on part 1, but moving right along to episode 14, Those Who Lurk Underground. And I've had some things from my friends. I'm going to try to go a little faster with this, probably maybe with some quips from Jherick as well as we do. But basically, episode 14, quick rundown. We see Colonel Mustang, rather, come to the Capitol, and he's basically having a whole bunch of people talk behind his back. He goes for the one person he wants to see, Fear Bradley. Not there. Where is he, Jherick?
Oh, he's just hanging out in some random sewer in a small town where them damn annoying little Elric children are being bad little kids, not like those wonderful, delightfully dreary children from down the homunculus way.
Oh, yes. He goes down south, because that's where it is, down south to Dublin, to where he is apparently, we don't know how, but got an info on where Greed's establishment is. And hello, Gray Fox, there you are. Colonel Mustang uses candlestick in the convert. Oh, don't worry, we'll get there, Gray Fox. You've not seen that yet. We'll definitely talk about that. But basically, as it goes on, they somehow the whistle was blown and Bradley found this place. As you can imagine, Izumi Curtis and Edward Elric were fighting Greed. Greed runs off, thinking, "Okay, I gotta blow his popsicle stand. I'm out of here." The others are trying to escape with Edward. Sadly, Greed's men are being gunned down in the hallway with hilarious animations of before falling to the ground.
There were a couple good fights. I mean, the cow guy versus Armstrong, with Armstrong showing him his magnificent, beautiful alchemy skills.
Yes, Roa, where Major Alex Louis Armstrong did turn his hammer into a sculpture of himself, all flexing and posing with my beautiful artistic alchemy.
Well, if you're going to beat someone up and you're going to flex, what better way than to flex on their very weapon?
Yes, and sadly, as this goes along, you think Greed's going to make a quick getaway. No. Out comes Fear Bradley and all his badass glory, getting ready to go, wielding his 2 katana sort of rapier things, like Jherick noticed it and he told me, 2 katanas with rapier handles.
Well, actually, I think they're katana / officer cutlass hybrids, but yeah, they kind of looks the same with the sort of like a small slant basket handle, but it's Greed versus Bradley the Chadley. We know who wins.
Yes, and as you can imagine, Greed gets, and I will not miss words, so caution if you want to get the children away. Greed gets fucked up. Not 1, not 2, not wow. I don't know how to say that. Do you know how to say that, Jherick?
Not 1, 2, wow.
How dare you retract the message, Gray Fox? You keep it secrets. We'll find you. We have the post. That one, that.
Wow.
Oh, wow. I don't know, wow.
Oh, it's the wow from like the MMD videos.
Wow, yeah, wow. I think Fred Herbert's holding our friend Gray Fox hostage because that's a Fred Herbert, wow.
Hey, Gray Fox, blink twice if he's got a bag of mysterious walnuts next to your head.
Fred. Okay, so Fred Herbert is there. Remember, you did not read the receipt wrong to him, Gray Fox. You did not read the receipt wrong. You read it right. Do not give him your receipts. I beg you. But either way, as you're giving Fred Herbert his receipt,
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
It looks like he got fed the tainted clams. Deny everything. Use the Obama defense. Yes. Lie.
Folks, if this is sort of going off topic, but if you know Fred Herbert, never give him your receipts. Plus, if any of you are taking us very seriously, he's a call thing on YouTube who has several fans. doing that, and then that's not good information. Okay, Fred Herbert definitely has it. But yes, whatever you do, if you find his channels on YouTube, never give him your information because he'll say you read the receipt wrong, and that's never a good thing. Is this the way you act?
Remember, send the ransom money to Mr. Washi and make sure you don't send Peter Griffin to deliver it.
Yes. And then I stay. Okay, well, you stay. Good for you. God bless Great Fox and all his glories.
Please release the sexy fox back into the people, dear Lord.
You got to him again. Message redacted. Well, either way, folks, enough of that. Just if you know Fred Herbert, just look him up on YouTube.
Yeah, and if anybody's ever wondering what happens when hello.
I started smoking weed. Yes, you did, Fred. We are well aware of this, but stop hijacking my show now.
I do cocaine.
Indeed.
But yeah, what's more powerful, avaricious wrath or greed? I wonder, do the sexy cutlasses or do the Supreme Shield win?
Yes, and as you see, greed does not take this seriously, but greed gets mopped the floor with, so his ego goes right out of it, and basically 2 swords through greed's throat, and then all of a sudden, you hear, what'll take it longer? What will take longer, greed? How many times will it take before I kill you, greed? And just a badass line to just throw in there. And then, as you can imagine, Martel is trying to get Alphonse under control because they're still trying to get away with him. But then at some point, Dolcetto saved Roa from the soldiers. They're down in the sewers. They're sadly telling Alphonse to say, "Hey, stuff's getting bad. Keep Martel safe. We're gonna try to go save Greed." They try, but get instantly owned in seconds. I'm gonna say Roa took a blade to the face because you see a thing of his eye going into Bradley. Then we just see what looks to be his eye getting cut to pieces. So he probably got slashed in the face really bad. Dolcetto got cut in half. Brutal shit. Greed acts like he does not care. He does not give a shit whatsoever. And then Bradley's like, "Oh, so you send your points? Is that how you treat?" And Greed's like, "Well, hey, I'm Greed, baby." They go at it again. Greed's fucking owned, completely out of it. 4 swords in him. And then, all of this time, poor Alphonse is trying to keep Martel quiet so she doesn't give herself away. Martel, I liked how her character was a little handled in the original. She lived a little bit more longer, which was cool, and she actually befriended the Elric brothers, which I thought was cool too. But given how she was, I couldn't blame her. She grabs hold of Bradley by the neck when Bradley's coming over to help Alphonse, and then Bradley, way more brutal in the original too, just sticks it through Alphonse's stomach, through his neck, and then basically stabs right through her and gushing blood and believe it or not, as we talked about in the last episode where Alphonse was trying to remember his memories of when he went through the gate, that's what triggers it, is Martel's death. So he goes through trippy fantasy time where you have the truth happy to get Alphonse's body right when he's near his mother, because sadly they see the outline of their mother and this great spiritual thing, but as soon as he grabs onto it, it's Truth taking Alphonse's body with a friggin' Joker fucking smile of all things. That's creepy as all hell. And then you have Alphonse's body entirely deteriorate, but then he's in the body of their failed mother that got transmuted, and then he wakes up to sadly blood and guts in his thing, seeing Edward hurt. The Major is with them, and then Bradley's like, "Huh."
And
go ahead.
And this part of the Martel fight also comes into play later on in the episode, but when he's fighting Bradley, and Boku mentioned this, Bradley says, "Oh, you're just going to send your minions after me?" He's like, "What are you talking about? I'm Greed, baby. They're my pawns. They belong to me, remember? I want everything. Money, fame, women. They're not my friends. I own them. But the thing is, you can tell he cares about them because he is trying his best to get them out. But, dude, it's Brad to Chad. It ain't happening, bro."
Yeah. And Jherick, again, this is our thing. We do sort of go a little ahead, and Jherick's sort of a few episodes ahead because he doesn't know that yet, but he is right. That is how Greed feels. He actually does care for them quite a bit.
Well, not just that, but I mean, what we see later on in this episode when
okay,
with a little reunion.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, yes, absolutely. And we are going to that because basically we have Alphonse and Edward cleaning each other up. You have basically Bradley come over and question them, saying, hey, did you give away any secrets? Because if you did, basically he threatens to kill them. And as a boss, we see his one closed eye open up again, and he's like seriously, sternly just looking at him, and he's like, "Huh, you have an honest heart. You boys are okay. See you later."
Yeah, he kind of plays it off like, there's no way you could know anything about that. I was just joshing with you. But you can tell he's serious. Because he asked him, it's like, is your missing arm and leg related to his metal body? So you can tell he knows something. And judging by the way Elric behaves, he can tell that Bradley knows something.
In which they question that when they're back at the teacher's house. And like I told Jherick, even though that was a very tense scene, and even though we haven't gotten to the whole part of what makes Bradley him yet, there's a part where I think Bradley respects the people like the Elrics, Colonel Mustang, and the human beings, but we also know overall Bradley hates their fucking guts. Doesn't like them whatsoever, but that's because he's half human, half homunculi, so there you go. But either way, as it continues, they wonder about Bradley, how does he know everything? Why didn't they take anyone else alive if they're trying to find out and get to the truth of this? Which Jherick pointed out to me were all good questions, which is very true. And also, Bradley offers a job to Izumi Curtis to become a state alchemist, and both of them know, I think there's bullshit going on with one or the other, knowing that, Izumi Curtis knows about me, but I don't care, I'm setting her up. And I know about you, Bradley, you're a homunculi, aren't you? Yeah. I know about you. So it was a cool scene, a fun little thing, and just one little quick second, and it's like, I know the truth about you. But it's kind
of funny how Izumi dodges the question, because for the first time, you see her being cautious with her actions and her words. You never, ever fucking see that with Izumi Curtis. But this one time, she really plays up that whole, I'm just a housewife angle. And he's not having it. And he's like, wouldn't it be safer for you to be with the military? And she kind of dodges like, no, my place is here. But you can tell she knows that he's not a safe person. So it was a very interesting scene. And again, Japan being Japan, say it without saying it.
Oh, I know who you are. I know. yeah. Great, Saw 5 reference there, Great Fox. Great Saw 5 reference, which again, we'll get to those too, folks. No worries. And as the episode continues, we have it where Greed is brought back, all chained up, tied up at the homunculi's headquarters, or what looks like it, because you have Bradley there, Lust is there, Gluttony's there, Envy is there. Greed actually mentions where Sloth is apparently digging somewhere, and they basically have this taunting scene where Greed's making fun of them, how, they're just wasting away here, Father's using them, you guys don't know what you're doing, I was doing my own thing, I couldn't be a team player with you guys. He even asks,
the homunculi are based on the sins.
Well, remember, Great Fox hasn't seen all of Full Metal Alchemist. Yeah, because I remember we started it with on the original Great Fox. We never got around to getting it. I mean, again, love to watch it with you two at some point, buddy. And believe me, it's still on the thing. But yeah, the homunculi are the sins: envy, greed, wrath, pride, sloth. Yeah, and think.
Envy.
Envy. Did I miss envy?
Envy, lust, pride, wrath.
Envy, lust, pride, wrath, gluttony,
greed, sloth. Yeah, I think that's all 7.
Okay, yeah, and so they're named after the 7 deadly sins. So yeah, it's interesting because they it's weird, Gray Fox, and Brotherhood. They really don't embody their sins all too much, except for the few of them.
Pew slag. Huh, I don't get that. What the heck does pew slag mean?
Can you elaborate on that, Great Fox? What's Pucelag?
Pucelag, huh?
Yeah, I don't know. I've never heard of Pucelag.
Yeah, I've got no clue what that is.
Well, we'll wait for if Great Fox responds with it. So yeah, if you can elaborate on that, Great Fox, we'd
It's the okay.
Never heard of that. So thank you, Great Fox, for that bit of trivia. I've never heard of that. That's awesome.
But it's kind of funny that they mention, it's like, where's Sloth? Oh, he's digging a tunnel for it. Yeah, Sloth working.
Yeah.
Right.
So yes, and believe me, that's the funny thing. And it's like they're all arguing. He asks Bradley who he is, and Bradley's like, "I'm Wrath the Furious," which is funny, and learned that in high school. I never did, which means my teachers missed something. Whoa.
Yeah, mine either.
But you had awesome teachers then, Great Fox. That's awesome.
But the funny thing is, Bradley did kind of out himself earlier in the sewer fight where his eye patch came off and you could see the homunculus tattoo in his eye.
Yeah.
And he's like, too bad my perfect, my all-seeing eye could see past your weaknesses and defenses.
Yeah, for his ultimate armor. And that's the great thing with Bradley. And basically, Wrath is like, or not, Greed is like, oh, there's an aging homunculus? No way. And then all of a sudden, Father appears, and Father basically gives this imprisoned Greed a choice, join me or die again. Basically, Greed, I gotta mention the differences in Japan and English. In Japan, it's like, no, which was cool, but I gotta say, Chris Patton's never was a little more on point, and I like that one a lot better than the long drawn out no.
What's that crazy yowling speech he gives as he's melted?
Because in both versions, let's see, I'll mention it really quick. Greed again. Oh yeah, Yuichi Nakamura did a great job of Greed dying because he looks all insane and all black. He's got the creepy devil eyes again, and he's just burning while I'm there. But I have to say, Chris Patton, as he's dying as Greed, he's like screeching, "Come on, kids, the water's fine!" He goes balls to the wall crazy. And right before he dies, he gives a screeching laugh that just turns into a scream. And it was a great performance.
Chris Patton came dangerously close to going full Garzy's wing. Not quite, but almost.
Oh, that's still up for debate. LOL. Yeah. Well, yeah, we know, Gray Fox. You're more one for sub. We get it, but hey, man, I gotta say I have a hard up for certain dubs. The Full Metal Alchemist is dubbed pretty damn well. Both of the original and in Brotherhood, they're both dubbed pretty damn fine.
Plus, considering the homunculi are sort of like the children of Father, well, the other children of Father, anyways. I would find it funny if somebody redubbed that scene, but with the kids next door, it's like, what do you say, Greed? You can stop being a bad little kid and come back to the delightfully dreary homunculi down the lane. I'd forgive you. I mean, come on. Who wouldn't want to see that?
Oh, I meant for that having a good school. Yes, well, that too, Great Fox. That too. Sorry if you got that mixed up, Great Fox. Sorry about that, buddy.
We've been going full Niwa, having a little too much scoom over here.
Yeah, we have. I think that's you. You've had more scoom than I have. I don't touch the stuff. You do.
What, are you calling me a liar? Are you saying my name's Moika?
Are you Moika?
Khajiit does not know this name or this word. I do not understand what you're talking about.
Okay, now he's been outlawed with somebody. Oh, God, it's all crazy. It's okay. Oh, aha! I knew it. Delays can happen. Okay.
Cheese for hockey.
Yeah.
Or no cheese for hockey. Just as much of a party.
But as we get to the end, and sorry guys, we got a little crazy on these. That's why these are raw off the cuff. Me and Jherick can lose it sometimes. Plus, it's awesome talking with Great Fox there. Hey. Thank you for joining us in the chat too. The chat too again, Great Fox. You got me saying chat a lot now. But thanks for joining us in the chat again, Great Fox. But either way, as it continues, Greed gets broken down into, if you guys remember, what the and again, if you've seen the original, I'll just come out and say it, what the Philosopher's Stone essence is. He gets put into a cup and drank back into Father. And again, it's such a gross little scene. And then after that happens, like, basically Father's Greed's essence becomes again part of Father. And then we see oh yes, it was Fear Bradley come up. He's on the top of Central again, and all of a sudden, we have his wife come out of nowhere along with his son Salim, and they're basically saying, I wish you would just retire. And he's like, oh, I'm not that old yet. And then Salim, wants to help his dad, and then Bradley brings up, who I saw? Edward Elric, the Full Metal Alchemist. And he's like, oh, cool. I want to be exactly like him. Then I can help you, Father, one day. Who knows, Salim? Maybe you will. So it's a cute scene, and it's like you can't believe Bradley as a kid. It's like, oh my God, this half homunculus human guy has a child. Holy shit,
dude! Fear Bradley is the Brad Thundercock of Full Metal Alchemist. Of course, he has a kid.
Yes, he is, and that is basically the episode. And I knew I told you guys I was going to go a little faster there, but then we got caught up and everything, so I apologize about that. But hey, it can happen. But now on to the characters. I have got to say that two right off the bat, just two right off the bat. With I'll say a dark horse favorite of mine because I loved how she was in both Japanese and English. The voice of Martel, Takaki Honda in Japanese, really well done. You really felt the emotion from her. And then Tiffany Grant, great voice work from Martel, feeling the pain of the characters and stuff there. So well done by you. But anyway, that's my dark horse favorite. My two favorites are definitely Fear Bradley and Greed. Their interactions, their acting, Ed Blaylock, Chris Patton, Yuichi Nakamura, Hidekatsu Shibata, all those guys did such a great job. And again, the death scene with Greed, really well done. What you barking at, Hoggy?
Dude, chills.
Barking at that other dog out there?
I tell you, man, whatever's over at the neighbor's house has got him worked up.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think there's another new dog over there because I've sort of heard them talk. Wait, what? What? Oh, that a leaf there?
I cannot tell.
Whatever it is, it crumbled.
Weird. I think you might have bumped into something. But yeah, sorry for the distraction, people.
Oh yeah. We know. Yeah, Great Facts that Hawk wants something. Yeah, he probably does in a way, but it's okay, Hawky.
As for my dark horse, well, I'm gonna agree with him almost totally on this, except for Martel. I'm gonna go with Izumi Curtis for the dark horse because this was the very first episode where we actually see her kind of be both physically and emotionally defensive around Fear Bradley, which again, Bradley the Chatterley, but the way she plays it off so perfectly, transitioning from this hardcore badass to just being this sly, shrewd. I don't know what the Japanese word would be, but just this subtle wordplay back and forth, being so careful with her mannerisms.
Shoka Suda and Christine Altan, very good performances. So I have to agree with you there. That's one I did not consider. That is one I did not consider because that was a nice little thing there. Because again, early in the episode, Izumi Curtis goes down because the reason why Edward and she don't go after him is because she starts, as much as I liked it more in the original, comedically puking.
Yeah, plus, I kind of have to give props to the father for doing his best Dracula impersonation. What is a greed? A miserable little pile of minions. Yep. But enough talk. Have Bradley.
Which both for, which I'll mention on a side note here for you guys, both father and the narration is done in Japanese and English by Iyamasu Kayumi and Kent Williams. So, yeah, a nice little introduction to father there. Very intimidating, very creepy in many ways. And then I'm glad you agreed with King Bradley and Fear Bradley and Greed because again those two performances were just badass. And then Chris Patton, sir, I know you may not watch this, but I just want to say I doff my cap to you, sir. That death scene just still gives me the chills to this day.
You, sir, somehow
I know I've only seen it 3 times.
You, sir, somehow found the way to steal the scene from Bradley. How do you do that?
Yeah. Well, Well, remember what we learned in the audio commentary when Mike McFarland said, "Yeah, this ain't gonna be easy for you, Chris." He's like, "Oh."
I know. I mean, he's having to go up against so many good performances. I mean, just give this dude the anime Oscar now.
And then I'll basically say the final thoughts. It is an episode that opens a lot of doors where we finally start to see what the homunculi or someone act after, and if not that, we get to see that there is a bigger purpose with all of them looking together. And I have to say that the sort of
general malaise that only geniuses possess and the insane laments.
Yes, except Gray Fox. I don't think they were accusing Chestnuts of being lazy in this show. I don't think Father has the time because that's all served in the final plot where we have no idea why he's doing this.
Well, see, that's the problem. He got so lazy he forgot what his evil scheme was. Just like that guy from Sword Art Online Season 1.
You know, wouldn't that be funny if that was actually the truth of why Hiroku Arikawa did that? He was doing this for so long, Father forgot what his purpose was.
It's like, yeah, you know,
I just want to become God. I forget the reasons why, but I just want
to. You know, I was just playing so many MMOs, I kind of forgot what I was doing.
Even though I was in a jar.
Hey, when's that ever stop gamers?
That is true there. But again, the final thoughts is just it is a very good put together episode. The action is top notch. The ending with Father was a great scene. Me and Jherick actually pointed out how when Greed was starting to die, how Lust actually looked at Greed with pity. Gluttony was something of like a little frightened but curious. Envy was resentful because it's like he wanted to kill Greed himself, it seemed like, because that's always seemed to be Envy's MO. Oh, I want to be the one to kill him. I want to be the one to kill him. I want to be the and then the best one that I pointed out to Jherick, Bradley, indifference. Doesn't care one way or another.
Yeah, King Bradley just don't give a fuck.
Yeah, he's just standing there with his back turned to Greed as Greed's burning and just standing there as he's going into the lava. And Greed being a greedy son of a bitch all the way to the end.
Hey, man, Bradley was just doing his best thug life, man.
Yep. And, you know, I have to say all those things that culminated were really good. And the interaction between Bradley and Izumi Curtis was great and spot on. So, ultimately, it opened the door for the continuation. And it was quite a probably the best action episode we've had in the series thus far. Looking back on all the episodes so
Plus,
far.
You know, it just it kind of shows exactly what the Elrics are going to be up against. I mean, Bradley is just a unit. Greed gave him a run for his money. Lust already took out Colonel Hughes. Could you imagine the fuckery they're going to have to go up against in the future episodes?
Plus, Gluttony's already eaten stuff with humans, not to mention what Lust and Gluttony did to Scar.
Well, I mean, you know, nothing moves Gluttony.
Yeah, and you know, I mean, so those are my final thoughts in the episode. Jherick, do you have any other final thoughts you would like to add?
You know, again, I just got to hand it to Chris Patton. He somehow was a greedy enough bastard to steal the limelight from King Bradley, even in death.
And believe me, Ed Blaylock gave a great performance. Did she use the rope on the Colonel?
Not this time.
Not this time. In fact, I don't think you want to use rope on Colonel Bradley.
Hughes.
Wow. No.
No.
It was more of a, let's just say, not the most friendliest fingering you would ever want. I can't believe I just said that.
Yeah, she speared him so hard it gave Goldberg the dry heaves.
Ew, that's worse than what I said. And I said fingering.
Ooh, you kinky son of a bitch.
I'm cracking a Oh! Good movie, too. We'll get to that one as well, folks. Clue's a fantastic film.
I actually have that.
And I can't believe they're remaking it.
Oh, God help us all.
Oh, you didn't know that?
You know,
Jason Bateman and Ryan Reynolds.
God damn it. Now I'm going to have to get my Fleming launcher and go to California.
Yes. But either way, you have our final thoughts. I would...
Colonel
Mustard, LOL, yes.
No. Colonel Mustard gas.
Mustard gas. But Anyway, that is our final thoughts for episode 14. Those who lurk underground. Again, I would give the episode a good. For episodes, I will also start giving a thumbs up to. So I would give a thumbs up to this episode. It was good all around.
Toes up.
Story, yes, and Jherick can give his toes, sexy toes. And again, what do you guys think? Are you guys again like Full Metal Alchemist at all? Did you like Brotherhood? Do you like all these different things? Because like we learned in the audio commentary, everybody mentioned, have you read the manga when they did the original show? Have you read the manga? So this is more the OVA done towards the manga. So is this sort of your thing? Just let us know in the comments below. And hold on. Notre Dame won tonight in basketball, unlike Arizona. Arizona lost. I did not know about that. Thank you, Gray Fox, for that update. But just let us know down in the comments below, and just keep liking it, because I love doing this to you, even though it's us two idiots talking to you in front of a screen.
Yeah, hashtag Uncle Crow did nothing wrong. Oops, did I just say that out loud?
Yeah, hashtag Bradley is the boss. Ooh. They were killed, sadly. Oh, God.
Yeah, we're going to have
Who did Arizona... Well, before we go, Gray Fox, who did Arizona play? Sorry, guys. We're waiting on a game square. Sorry. I know it could be Gray Fox. You could just text our asses. Oh, you see. Why did I have a feeling it was going to be one of the schools from fucking California? God, sorry, any of my California fans. Not a big fan of UCLA. So sorry.
Yeah, I've got my own personal grudges of California, so don't worry about it.
Yeah. So sorry about that, any California fans out of the 36, 37 of you who are, or as I'm having Jherick be a part of this, our fan base now, as I could say. But they play each other again, and I hope we can get some vengeance back, but we'll see. And I'll have to try to keep us appraised of that. But just let us know, guys. And it was fun being on with you again. Till then, this is 012 Boku.
And remember, bitches, greed is good.
In doses. Deuces, guys.
Greed is very good.